Legend has it that it was written by the Dark One, the Kinonomicon ex mortis, roughly translated,
Good movie.
of the dead.
Oh, we're still doing the we're still doing the soundboard thing, huh?
Well, you need to be more judicious with it, Full Custom. Don't blow your load in the first 10 minutes like you did last week.
But you gotta open with the clap, right?
We do.
No,
we
that
are
was a
filmed
good
before a
call.
live studio audience. This is a stream, so
Last week it was funny. This week I saw it coming. Now it wasn't funny. You just gotta chill.
Okay.
This is why I never ask you how you're doing. How you doing, Mark?
Jeez, now I feel bad.
I don't want to hear how Weenie's doing now.
I feel secondhand emotional distress on behalf of Hot Dog for that.
Weenie has fallen out of favor.
Was he ever? He makes our screen caps. He made our opening video. He made our ending video. He
Yeah, what the hell,
effects.
dude?
Well, sorry, you use that soundboard thingy too much, so you've fallen out of favor.
I don't do jack
Worth it.
shit. Why am I the favorite?
Totally worth it.
No, but how are you guys doing?
A-okay.
Weenie, that's your cue.
We're doing
Stop
good.
talking.
He's sitting there with his arms folded like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
What do you care? You don't fucking care.
Weenie's like, I'm going to my room. Oh man, but no, I had work today and it sucked, and the whole time I was just like, oh, I can't wait to get home and do our stream. And then I got home and I was like, wow, I have hours to kill till our stream, so I just watched some YouTube all day.
You could have spent that time watching a movie so we could talk about it, but no.
Yes, I could have watched Army of the Dead. I could have also killed myself, and it would have been just as good.
What even is Army of the Dead? I literally had not heard of that movie until today. It's the new movie.
You'd love it, dude. Zack Snyder and a heist and a zombie movie. You'd probably go bonkers and yonkers for this one.
So I've heard the premise of it, and it sounds real cool. Where it's like there was a zombie apocalypse thingy, but it got like contained to just like Las Vegas or something, and then these dudes go on a heist to go in there and steal money. I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool, and everybody I know has said, oh, that movie sucked, and I don't like Zack Snyder movies anyway, so I'm just like, yeah, it probably did suck. I take your guys' word for it.
It's funny. The only Zack Snyder movie I've ever liked was his zombie movie, his Dawn of the Dead remake. I've literally despised every other movie he's ever made. So I mean,
I think that's what a lot of people were expecting here. They were thinking they were going to get another Dawn of the Dead, but no.
No, what'd they get?
Zack Snyder presents Dawn of the Dead a la the Snyder Cut. I mean, it's full. One thing I do appreciate about it is that it is Zack Snyder going balls to the wall for himself, not for anybody else, but just what he finds fun. So I definitely think that's cool to be so self-indulgent, but it's 2.5 hours, dude.
But I feel like that's every Zack Snyder movie is so self-indulgent. Like, didn't he do that one Sucker Punch or something that was...
Mm-hmm.
And like 300 and Watchmen, he does all these movies that feel like they're just really Zack Snyder self-indulgent of just the shit he thinks is cool when it's really just tiresome and cliche to everybody else.
You're gonna get Weenie triggered because he loves Watchmen. It's his favorite comic book movie.
There's a lot of tropes in it, which is kind of fun, but then at the same time not, right? Because you've already seen this movie basically. But it's just longer. It's longer than a normal movie than a movie like this should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm getting so bored with movies nowadays. I feel like obligated to be 2.5 hours long. Like if a movie is 90 minutes, it's like, praise the Lord, holy shit.
Right. That's why it takes me so long to get to some of them. Like when you guys were like, oh, you got to watch The Naked Lunch. I kept picking it up. Like I had it for like months before I watched it. Probably had it for like 5 months before I watched it. And every time I looked at it, I look at the runtime and it says like I don't know, like 145 minutes, and I'm just like, one day.
Someday. You know, it's funny because I watched Fatal Exam, which is the last movie in that Homegrown Horrors box set, and that movie, every review of it says the movie is like, this movie is so outrageously long, it just keeps going and going, and the runtime's an hour and 45 minutes. Like, oh, that's half as long as a modern day movie, and somehow it's considered way too long. It's only so the average movie is from the 80s was 90 minutes. This is an hour and 45 minutes, and just that extra 15 minutes is everybody groaning and saying the movie's too long. It shows how different our standards are between then and now.
So far, one of the weirdest things about this Army of the Dead movie to me is that there's already a planned prequel and an anime spin-off series.
An anime spin-off.
Why an anime, of all things? Okay, but I guess this is one of those movies that was pitched to be a franchise from the beginning. It was never really...
I don't know how you get a franchise out of it, though.
Well, the zombie outbreak prequel thingy.
They show the zombie outbreak. They show how it happens.
Well, they could expand on it. I don't know. Or they could... One
of the interesting rumors is that it's a time loop movie.
Huh.
But I don't think it's
a time loop movie. What? So everybody's caught in like a weird cycle where it begins all over again, or something. Or
that's what the big internet theory is. I think if Zack Snyder hears that, he's gonna be like, "Holy shit, that's a great idea!" Now I know where to take
steal that.
Yeah,
that's way better than what I got.
Yeah, no, I was doing a time. Wow, you guys are so smart. Give yourselves a pat on the back, folks.
My original ending was that it was all a dream and it never really happened. But this is much better.
Sam Lombardo says, I didn't bother finishing this one. If there's anything Zack Snyder's Justice League taught me, it's to turn off a Snyder movie as soon as you lose interest and not torture yourself for hours.
4 hours. You'll never get back, hot dog.
It's okay. I'd give them all again in a heartbeat. To see a movie that we were never supposed to see, it's like when you go into your parents' bedroom and
should have stayed that way.
The drawers.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, Daddy's killing Mommy.
Gable says, agreed, hot garbage. We got Simple Jack in the chat. Dungeon Master Blaster says, I don't think I've ever watched one Zack Snyder movie. I wish I could say the same.
If you do, Dawn of the Dead remake's probably the best way to go.
That's the best one. I don't know what it is about that one. Maybe he just didn't have as much money or didn't have as much clout with Hollywood, because that was like
maybe he didn't have Final Cut.
Or Final Cut or something, but it's less self-indulgent than all of his other movies. It's actually just a really good Dawn of the Dead film. You know, if you had to, it's as a remake, it just takes the premise of Dawn of the Dead, of zombie apocalypse, people trapped in a shopping mall. That's it. It doesn't try to redo any scenes or any characters or any story arcs. It's just the bare premise, like the remake of The Thing or the remake of The Blob or the remake of The Fly. It just takes the idea, and he actually makes a pretty good movie out of it.
Let's see. Lord Nemesis says Zack Snyder is trash.
Yeah, God, I'm honestly, I can't think of anything else I liked. He's one of those, when he comes out of the gate with all the trailers calling him visionary director Zack Snyder for every fucking thing he does, I'm like, all right, I already hate this guy.
Right, and if they have to shove it down your throat, they're like, this guy's such a visionary. He's not a visionary. JV says, I watched K9 with Jim Belushi and I'm okay with that decision.
That's a good one.
That was a good choice. I mean, it's either K9 or Turner and Hooch. That's a tough choice, but you chose Jim Belushi, so you're feeling exotic. That's congrats from me.
Let's see. We also
they made like 3 of those.
K9 or Turner and Hooch?
K9.
Oh. I had no idea. So was Jim Belushi in all of them?
Lesson.
Jim Belushi was in all of them, but I don't think it was the same dog, because I think it was 10 years, 15 years apart.
Yeah, okay, probably not the same dog in all of them. It's like, how many Air Buds have there been over the decades? I think we're on Air Bud number like 27.
Well, I think Air Bud died pretty quick after filming, right? Air Bud had cancer.
Wait, did it? Are you joking, or is this true?
No. Yeah, then they ended up. I think they ended up cutting off one of the dog's legs, and it was like a 3-legged basketball player for a don't know the torture. No, I'm not. I don't joke about Air Bud, Mark.
Like tragedy behind the filming of Air Bud. I don't want to.
I mean, I don't think it happened during the filming, but afterwards.
Oh, so poor Air Bud got sick and had to. Oh.
Let's retitle
I
this the
just
animal
love-
cruelty episode while I drop truth bombs on Mark.
Oh my goodness,
Thanks for ruining Air Bud for me, Hot Dog. Now I can never watch it again.
Are you ready for Milo and Otis, buddy?
I know all about the backstory of Milo and Otis. That movie is like that movie is more disgusting than like Saw or Faces of Death combined.
Wait,
I don't
what
know how
is
they
it?
filmed it.
Milo and
The
Otis?
Adventures
What's
of
that?
Milo and Otis. It's
What's
the
that?
cutest movie you've ever seen.
But no, but what's Mark
Okay,
saying?
so
about, like-
here's Milo and Otis. It was filmed in the 80s. It's actually a Japanese movie, but it was filmed for the
Is it
American
really?
market. Yeah. So here's the thing. It was a Japanese production filmed for the American market, so it's all like American actors and it's all done in English. But it's about this puppy and this cat that are lost and trying to find their way home. And the dog and the cat don't talk. They just have a narrator describing what they're doing. It's all really cute. The dog and the cat are going through the woods and getting into hijinks.
It's adorable.
And it's adorable, except the Japanese had very different standards about animal cruelty in films than Hollywood did. And so they went through like 50 Milos and 60 Otises
Just
filming
crates
that movie.
of crates and crates.
Crates of
pallets.
dogs,
Wait, but how?
kittens and puppies. So like
Throwing them
Milo
at
and
the
Otis
canyon.
yeah, oh my God. So Milo and Otis are, getting into all sorts of trouble as they're trying to, make their way through the wilderness to get back home, which includes like falling off cliffs and getting thrown over waterfalls. and getting
Yeah, I
eaten
remember
by
there's like a
bears.
river.
And for every take, for every shot of danger for Milo and Otis, the stage crew were just chucking these puppies off cliffs and hurling these cats over waterfalls. And then like, okay, take two, get me another Milo. Chuck!
Huh.
And just throw. And so they were just killing these puppies left and right and these kittens. And that's how they filmed the movie. So every time you watch that movie and there's a take where it looks like, one of the kittens is actually falling over a waterfall, that's because it is.
That's
If it looks
insane.
like the puppy is falling off a cliff, that's because someone drop kicked it off a cliff. It's
Oh
really
my
fucked up.
goodness.
Yeah, Milo and Otis is terrible.
Huh.
But
So
really sweet.
so
It's a sweet movie.
so it was really like Jigsaw was in charge.
Yeah, no, it's a sadist movie. The Japanese just did not give a shit. They just needed to get their shot. So you just chucked Milo off a cliff, or you're just like, okay, in this scene we're gonna have a fucking chicken hawk swoop down and pick up Milo and carry him off to eat him. Like, okay, will he bring Milo back? No.
Oh my goodness. I shouldn't laugh at that, but the way you tell it is so funny.
If I don't laugh, I'll cry. So there you go.
Yeah, it's pretty bonkers, man.
But yeah, we got to retitle this the Zack Snyder Hate Fest stream, which I'm fine with. Helmut says, compared to Romero or even Lucille Fulci, Snyder zombie movies can't even be classified as movies. They're mindless brain parts of it.
No, they that's the thing is they don't have any atmosphere. They're good action movies. They feel more like a video game movie like House of the Dead or Carnival or something. They're very intense, but they
Carnival.
aren't scary. Yeah, Carnival. Come on, everybody loved Carnival. But yeah, no, it's not like a Falsey zombie movie or a Romero zombie movie where the zombies are shambling around corners in the dark and they have crazy red and green lighting all over them and all those nasty decomposing effects and shit like that and the organ music. Nah, this is like it's an action movie more so than it is a horror movie.
Simple Jack says, Google Zack Snyder and under Films The Flash 2022 release Ireland. I don't know. I'm pretty much done with superhero movies, so I don't care if he directs it. Especially DC movies, I don't like them.
Yeah, I gave up on superhero movies. Like I think the last one I saw was Infinity War. I didn't even see the second one, whatever the last one was. I didn't even see that one.
No, the last one I saw was Endgame. Yeah, that's the one after Infinity War. That's the last one I saw. I don't think I'm going to see any more.
I wanted to stop at Infinity War because everybody dies at the end of that movie, and that just felt like the better place to end at. Like, okay, everybody's dead. They can't hurt you anymore, Spider-Man. Goodbye forever.
They can't hurt you anymore, Spider-Man.
You know what was so funny was speaking of animal cruelty. After you guys told me about that other one, that other movie, I can't remember the name of it. The one, yeah, Roar. Yeah, there was this channel I subscribed to, called like Weird Histories or something. They uploaded a video all about it, and I watched that. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is horrifying!" Like it took them years to make that movie, and through everything that happened, they just kept making the movie. They kept filming.
They weren't going to give up on it. I mean, they were dedicated to just getting mauled every day for 3 years.
And I don't think any animals got hurt, unlike Milo and Otis.
No, the animals were hurting the people. They were getting revenge for Milo and Otis, actually. it's inspiring in a way.
Right. All right. So what else did you guys watch besides awful Snyder movies?
Oh well, I watched the last movie in the Vinegar Syndrome Homegrown Horrors box set. So we already talked about Winter Beast. We already talked about Beyond Dream's Door, but not with you, Nasser. So we'll talk with you about that in a minute. But the one that I watched was the third one, Fatal Exam, the one that was super duper long when it's only about like 105 minutes long. But yeah, I'd say that one was definitely my least favorite in that box set, but it also wasn't bad. It's not slow burn like in the way that like an A24 movie is. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nasser. It's not slow like that. It does kind of take its time, and I couldn't. It's like it keeps changing gears on what genre horror movie it wants to be. So it starts out about this group of parapsychology students whose final exam, their fatal exam, is to go to a haunted house and perform some experiments to record their data, and that's supposed to be their final exam. So they go to the haunted house, and there's all sorts of paranormal activity going on. So like, oh, okay, it's going to be a haunted house movie. Like, but then not really, because then a guy in a hood with a scythe shows up and chops a bunch of them up. So like, oh, it's going to be a slasher movie. But no, not really, because he disappears, and then it turns into a Satanist cult movie at the end. So it's like if it's a 3-act movie, every act is a different genre, which is actually kind of interesting. But the movie just is really unfocused. Also, I'm pretty sure the lead he's this like fat, schlubby, middle-aged guy with a mustache. He was either the director or like friends with the director or something, because there's no way they just cast that guy because he was perfect for the job.
That reminds me of this trash movie I saw one time called The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave, and I bought it because I was looking for Giallo movies, because I was going through my Dario Argento phase, and I don't know, it was in the recommends on Amazon, so I was like, oh, okay, that's a cool title, I guess I'll buy it. It is one of the worst movies I've ever watched, and it changes gears just like that. Like, it starts out with the main dude, like, he's killing chicks, and then it like his ex-wife or something is supposedly coming back from the grave, so it like starts to be like some sort of like ghost story thing, and then it takes a turn and it's suddenly a haunted house, and then all of a sudden the ghosts are fake. So it's got that
so it's like Scooby-Doo kind of thing,
right? Like that 3,000-year-old trope of like, oh, it's not really ghosts in the haunted house, they're fake ghosts. And then it turns out like there's another dude that's killing chicks. So then the main dude, the guy that starts off the movie killing chicks, he's trying to track down the other dude, and then he gets the police in on it, and they arrest this other dude that's killing chicks. And the credits rolled, and I was like, but wasn't he killing chicks at the beginning? So
Nasser, I'm sorry to tell you this, but instead of making me not want to watch the movie, you've completely sold me on it, and now I'm going to have to go buy it. A lot of Italian movies are like that. Phenomena, that Dario Argento movie starring, what's-her-face, the chick from Labyrinth.
Jennifer Connelly?
Jennifer Connelly, yeah, like
I don't think I've
really,
seen that
really
one.
hot era Jennifer Connelly. Yeah,
What? She was like
movie
12 in that movie.
Wait, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I hope I'm thinking of something
Yeah,
else.
I hope so too. I really hope so too.
I really hope so too. Anyway, no, I wasn't thinking of Jennifer
FBI
Connelly.
wants to know your location.
I wasn't thinking of Jennifer Connelly. I was thinking of Donald Pleasance, because he was so hot in that movie. Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, Phenomenon is one of those movies where you watch it because, for that smoldering Donald Pleasance sex appeal. That's exactly what I was going for. But the other reason you watch the movie is because, like, every 5 minutes it's about something else. Like, oh, it's about killer bees. Oh, it's about psychic phenomenon. Oh, it's about like this weird like psycho mom that kills people. Oh, wait, no, it's about this little kid who's actually the killer. Oh, no, wait, it's about Monkey.
Yeah, that one goes off the rails hard. Like that last
really
20
does.
or 30 is just like, where's the... It feels like the ending of a different movie entirely.
Every 2 minutes, it's a different movie's ending. It's incredible. I almost feel like he did that on purpose as just like an experiment, just to see how many endings he can tack on to one movie. But Hot Dog, did you watch Fatal Exam?
No, not yet. I'm going to watch it this week.
Yeah, I'm watching that
that's
this
fine.
week. So we'll have our Fatal Exam stream eventually. Maybe next week. I think that'll probably be the main movie.
Well, okay, then we'll get your thoughts on Beyond Dreams Door, Nasser, since
I
Hot
loved
Dog
it.
and I talked about it last week. So what'd you say?
I loved it. It was like David Lynch trying to make Nightmare on Elm Street.
For like $5, I know.
Right. Well, right. Basically, for $5, if David Lynch had a $5 budget to make Nightmare on Elm Street, that would be the movie. I especially love Dreams Within Dreams, and I just liked how everybody had this moment where they're like, "No, you're dead. You died." And it's like, don't you understand? Like, they've all died. They've all come back to life. And it's funny because there was this one side character that was like, I don't remember any of their names, but this dude from the dream was like giving the main dude advice. And the main dude's like, "So can you help me?" And he's like, "No, I can't. I'm already dead."
It's like that Futurama where they're watching the Scary Door, that parody of the Twilight Zone, and it's like they keep doing a twist like every 5 seconds, like, "Oh no, I've been hit by a bus," like, but now I'm in heaven where I'm at a casino where I always win. I must be in hell. Oh no, there's a gremlin on the wing. Like, help me, Ava Braun. Oh no, I'm Hitler.
Yeah. but and I loved the monster too. The monster looked really cool.
The monster's awesome because the way they do him is that, like, for the first like half of the movie, he's always like just around a corner or coming through a door, so you only see his claws and like his teeth sticking out from around the corner. They hide him really well while also showing him like a lot and frequently. I don't know, the way they did that, the way the whole movie was edited was really well. I love the Sam Raimi style Evil Dead like moving camera that would go down the hallways. Like, that was really done. Just all the editing and transitions and segues were really good. It's just, holy fuck, the acting was so bad. That's the only thing that brings it down.
Right. And I've seen worse acting too. So that was, when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, it's passable. It's not good at all. But
you watched Winter Beast, man. You can watch anything.
Right. If you made it through Winter Beast, you could watch anything. So yeah, I liked it more than Winter Beast. But I will say though, the more we talked about Winter Beast, the more it grew on me. The more I was like, yeah, I was being a little picky here or there. So Winter Beast will get a rewatch one of these days.
You're good. You're coming around on you're going to become a winter bro like me.
Winter bro.
Winter boys.
With the boys in the house.
Yeah, I'm not rewatching this now. I just can't now. You guys are making me cringe. Oh man, but that's my winner so far in the set. Is I really liked.
Wow.
Well, Beyond Dreams Door, I think of the three of them, objectively, it's the best movie, like by a wide margin. A Winter Beast, objectively, is the worst movie, but that's also the reason why I liked it the most. It was that perfect level of just awful that's incredibly endearing. It's like, oh, it's like when you have a cat that's missing an eye and a paw, and you just want to take care of it. You're like, oh, you poor baby, I'll take care of you. That's how I feel about Winter Beast. Like, oh, nobody else loves you. I'll take care of you, Winter Beast.
So Fatal Exam, it's not boring, right? It's just sort of trash.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot like Beyond Dreams Door in that it's competently made but badly acted. And the way it changes genre, like every act, I'm pretty sure was intentional on the director's part, because this feels like a just out of film school kind of movie. But it's edited well. It's interesting enough. I mean, there are some just absolute like fuck ups. Like, there's a part at the end where there's two characters left. The only ones left in the movie. They're having their climactic knife fights in the bedroom of the house the director rented for the weekend to film. And like, as they're the only survivors, they're having their knife fight, and then one of the crew members steps in the frame, like, oh shit, and gets back out of frame.
And that's actually in the movie.
It's actually in the movie. It is like, really, you couldn't have just like clipped that couple of seconds of footage out. You left the crew member in there. Okay.
No, yeah, I saw you tweeting about that, but when I started to read it and I was like, oh wait, he's talking about the movie, I was like, I better avoid this tweet.
Yeah, like save that surprise for when you watch the movie. It's fine.
But no, I didn't know that's what was in the tweet. I just saw you say, oh yeah, the end of Fatal Exam. I was like, oh wait, nope.
No, I love it when that shit happens. For some reason, I guess it's all those years of Where's Waldo practice, but for some reason I'm really good at finding people who aren't supposed to be in the movie accidentally step into frame. Like in The Town That Dreaded Sundown, there's that part where the train's going by and everybody's shooting at the Phantom Killer, and you can just see like on the train the B-roll cameraman with his camera and everything filming. Or even in like Ninja Turtles the movie, the 1991, when they're having the apartment battle, one of the crew members is just like crouching down behind a table, and you can see him in the background. He's not even like dressed like a Foot Clan member. He's got like his Ninja Turtles crew hat on and everything.
Or in one of the Puppet Master movies, might have been the second one, you could hear somebody on the sound crew like laughs or something during a scene, and you could hear it.
Like, what the fuck are we filming?
In a couple of scenes in like the later Puppet Masters, you could hear Charles Band's cash machine just going, like the dollar bill counter.
Oh my goodness.
Puppet Master, the board game. Puppet Master, the lunchbox.
And then someone's like, Charles, you're just using the same $3 over and over again, buddy.
Oh man. Sometimes I look at that box set and I'm like, I'm never gonna watch those last ones, and then I'm kind of like, maybe I should watch them.
You need to.
like it'll be a big surprise. Like I'll be like, all right, guys, this week is Puppet Master 15.
I think Hot Dog's onto something with Charles Band's finance strategy, because there's a Full Moon Films and like a Full Moon Pictures. Like there's different branches of Full Moon. And I think they're just recycling the same $3 back and forth. There's this episode of Beavis and Butthead where they have to sell fundraising chocolate bars, and so they sell one chocolate bar and they get the $1 for the chocolate bar. And so Beavis and Butthead just pass the $1 back and forth to each other, and they eat all the chocolate. Like, hey, let me buy a chocolate bar from you. Oh, buy a chocolate bar from me, dumbass. And so they sell 2 boxes of chocolates for $1. And I think that's what Charles Band does. Is he passes the $3 back and forth between the branches of Full Moon, and
Base Sploder says Army of the Dead was boring, messy trash, and some of the smallest depth of field in a big movie. It looked ugly as heck. Zack Snyder Justice League was bloated trash. What is the obsession with this dude?
That's one of the things I hated about that movie. It was a really weird choice. Is that, like, have you guys seen that deleted scene of Snyder's Justice League or whatever, the Joker scene?
No.
It's got this weird thing where you can only see the subject that's in front of the camera. You can't see into the background. It's all blurry, right? That's how most of this movie's shot.
I guess that's because like where he was filming, the background didn't match. Like there's probably like a bunch of bystanders, and it didn't look like a post-apocalyptic setting. So like, okay, we'll just blur the background and only keep the main character in frame, and no one can tell that we're filming in front of a Denny's. And there are people
so distracting.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's some auteur.
Wait, no, you know who else did that? The fucking director of Winter Beast. Remember all those like pickup shots that were done 5 years later, and you had to reinsert them into the movie? So they got the actors back, but they couldn't get the sets or locations. So whenever the actors like age 5 years, the camera is in a super close up, so you can't see that they're in a different location.
Right, like when they have those conversations. They have those conversations at the little place, and they did those shots. And the funny part about it too was none of what they said had anything to do with the plot. Like it didn't change anything. So I was like, 5 years later, when you're filming again, you're just like, hey, why don't we just put it up close on your face to add to the boring conversation?
It's like, yeah, like that the part where they see the crazy old guy doing his clown mask dance, and then his head explodes, and then it just like smash cuts back to the ranger station. They're just like eating like Cheerios and like not even talking about what just happened.
Yeah,
but I mean that's Winter.
Okay, I'm not going to play it all.
Yeah, you don't want to be like a Hot Dog, and you don't want to overdo your little joke. But anyway, that's what Zack Snyder is. Yeah, I totally whiffed that one. But no, so Zack Snyder pulling that shit on Army of the Dead is like Winter Beast tier. I thought he was supposed to be better than that.
See, JV's comment is saying it's because they deleted an entire actor and added Tig Notaro for the entire movie. The blur is to hide that she isn't there and was filmed separate. But it's also, I think, in scenes where she's not there. One of the actors was outed as a sex pest, notable shitty comedian Chris D'Elia. And Tig Notaro acts as though she's on her own on that too, which is great.
That's really fucking weird. It's like Back to the Future, where they had Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly, and then they decided to recast him with Michael J. Fox. You know, after they filmed like 2/3 of the movie, so they had to go back and refilm everything with Michael J. Fox.
But like digitally with movie magic.
Yeah,
this
right.
happened.
Well, no, they actually went back and refilmed every scene. But what Zack Snyder, it sounds like he did, was like, nah, we'll just keep the footage and we'll just do some weird, like, put some Vaseline on the fucking like frame to blur out the actor that's gone now. It's lazy.
The only reason I think it's deliberate is it's because it's shot the same way he did the end of Justice League with the Joker parts. And I just figure he probably did that, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do the same shit, but for a whole movie. Fuck it."
I'm Zack Snyder, visionary director. I can do whatever I want.
You know what I always say, guys? Fuck it.
I don't know. I think a lot of directors feel like they've got to do something like with the camera in order to make themselves stand out and be distinct. Like I've noticed like a lot of, especially newer directors, they don't have the, like, okay, older directors, they have a way of telling the story and you know it's that director. Like if you just put on any Spielberg movie, you'll notice his little ways he moves the camera and shots he likes, and that's how you could tell who it is. Same thing with Hitchcock or Wes Craven or any of the directors. Most of the ones I like, you could tell right away it's them. But then people like Zack Snyder, they're like, I got to make this look blurry. I got to add lens flare. Like, that's how they know it's me. That's my director trademark.
Oh, yeah, like J.J. Abrams and all of his fucking lens flares. I think he finally stopped doing that when he got called out on it so much. But I don't know. Yeah, the visual trademarks that modern day directors try to apply, it always seems lazy in comparison to the trademarks that other directors had. Because like it's a one trick pony with like J.J. Abrams and people like that. Whereas like Sam Raimi, like it's a Sam Raimi movie no matter what it is.
Right.
It could be The Quick and the Dead. It doesn't have to be a horror movie. Like it could be Darkman or The Quick and the Dead. Or
Right, or like
Spider-Man.
Intruder.
Intruder is a horror movie. It's the only horror movie besides The Mist that takes place completely inside of a grocery store that I can think of. But yes, but Sam Raimi is like whatever genre he's working in. When you see the movie, you know it's Sam Raimi. The way he does his close-ups, the way he does his moving camera, just everything has his visual personality to it. Whereas like Zack Snyder is just one of 100, like, oh, everything's going to be shot in front of a green screen, bullet time.
Right. That's why I like
tones.
That's why I like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies, even though I have certain problems with them, like how Peter never defeats a villain. They all commit suicide, like Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Venom. They all just killed themselves, but at least they have their own personality to the movies, unlike with the Marvel movies. Like, you could tell me anybody directed any of the Marvel movies, and I'll just believe you because they've all just got that same bland style.
It has a house style. That's why I got bored with the Marvel movies, is that everyone, it didn't matter who was directing them, they all felt the same, especially after Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and so like every movie needed to have like dad rock and lots and lots of like James Gunn-esque, quips, everything had to be like cutesy, cutesy, and I just got bored with it.
Right, but that's what I like about actual good directors, because they have their trademarks and you can actually look for them. Like in every Wes Craven movie ever, he's got booby traps. The Hills Have Eyes, Last House on the Left, all the Scream movies, Nightmare on Elm Street, The People Under the Stairs. They all just have booby traps.
I fucking love that about Wes Craven movies. Yeah. I mean, the guy was autistic for booby traps, but that's fine because it made the movies really fun.
Right. Or like Hitchcock, like, there's always the written notes. Most of the movie titles have one word. There's always blondes. There's always mistaken identity. Or like a Brian De Palma movie, which is basically all the Hitchcock elements, except the dude loves to use split screens for some reason. I don't know why, but he does. So yeah, I like that about directors, but I just can't stand these new guys that are like, I'm an auteur because the background is blurred. No, you've actually got to have something distinct about the way you're telling the story. Like, you're the storyteller and you've got to have your own way of telling it.
I put a bunch of obtrusive bullshit into the frame of my movie. I'm an auteur. Like, no, it's just fucking annoying. If it looks like I have to put some Windex on my TV because I think it's smudged, but it's actually your movie, and something's wrong.
Let's see. Base Blower says, so am I not alone in thinking it was a brilliant twist by Sam Raimi that Spider-Man's webs are organic and shoot out of his arms? I love that.
It never bothered me. I remember some people getting really ticked at that, but I was like, I never really thought about how little I cared about where his webs come from until people started making a big deal about it. So
yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care. I mean, the good argument against it, though, is that it does take away from the suspenseful moments in the comics or in the cartoons. Like, one of my favorite episodes or of the cartoon. I think it might be a 2-episode thing where like all his villains find out he's Peter Parker, but then he convinces them he's not Peter. But like there's some moments in that one where he's like out of webs, and I don't know, it drove me crazy as a kid. I'm like, I hope he's not out of webs. I hope he finds some more. Like, I love that. So then in the movie, when it's just unlimited webs, it's like, yeah, okay, but it doesn't really bother me.
Where's he getting the mask for all those webs? Like, but yeah,
True.
So the only thing about the Sam Raimi trilogy, aside from the third one not being very good, but the only thing consistently between those three movies that bugged me was that Tobey Maguire was really bad at delivering quips. So after the first movie, he just doesn't. So you have Spider-Man in these movies who does not deliver any quips. Like the one superhero who is actually supposed to quip is Spider-Man, and he doesn't do it in these movies because Tobey Maguire was really bad at it. Like they changed the fundamental element of the character to fit an actor because an actor couldn't play that part of the character. Like, that's kind of fucked up.
Right.
But otherwise, I like everything else.
He just wasn't funny. He'd be like, "Hey, egghead."
Yeah, like his quips they weren't clever. Like what was it? Like, you're the one who's out, Gobby, out of his mind. Like,
out of your gourd, you goofball.
I forgot how bad that one was. I mean, like the first Spider-Man movie, I like it, but there is some like cringy shit in that movie, like the Macy Gray cameo at the Thanksgiving Day parade. Like, hey everybody, it's Macy Gray, yeah. Like, no, can't the Green Goblin throw a pumpkin bomb at her, please?
Or like I forget like all the exact details of it, but when like Harry was like, he thought that Spider-Man killed his dad, and like he could have summed it up, and Spider-Man could have summed it up in one sentence, but he just goes for like, I don't know, 2 years without explaining it to him.
He'll get over it.
Right. He's like, why are you mad, bro? I didn't do it. I'm like, why didn't you tell him before?
No, it was that part in the third movie where the extra who played the butler in 1 and 2 just like, oh, by the way, I know all about your father being the Green Goblin, so I'm just going to give you some exposition now that'll absolve Peter Parker of all this. Like, these are literally the only lines I've had in 3 movies. I just wanted you to know that.
But like I said, at least those movies have a personality to them. Like, I
Yeah,
actually know Sam Raimi directed them.
Yeah, they're imperfect, but even Spider-Man 3, for being as not so good as it is, it's still entertaining. Like, yeah, the dance sequence is like, what the fuck is up with that? Why is it in this movie? But you never forget it. It's like, okay, that's the one with the dance sequence. But I can't remember a fucking thing about Amazing Spider-Man 1 or 2, and I saw both of those. They were so bland and forgettable.
I remember liking them, but I'm with you. I can't remember anything that happened in them.
I can't think of anything special about them. I can't think of anything necessarily like. Okay, I take that back. I do remember a part in Amazing Spider-Man 2 where Electro is using Spider-Man's body to, like, he's hitting him against stuff and playing Itsy Bitsy Spider. Like, wow, this is fucking. This is bad.
They did not learn. They did not learn from Spider-Man 3 when everybody was like, hey, this had too many villains in it. Can you slow it down? And then in the second one, they were like, so you guys want more villains?
More villains? Is that what you want? Okay, here you go. More villains. Sinister Six coming right up.
I feel like with that one, they had some plot points that they must have cut out of the movie that I think would have made it an even better movie. Like there were parts in the trailer where Harry was like asking him questions, asking Peter questions about like, what does Oscorp want with you, blah blah, like things like that in the trailer. I remembered, like, I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what that's all about, like a certain storyline they were going for that they hinted at in some trailers.
Well, he even goes up he goes, Peter, do you believe in goblins? And then Peter Parker's like, what? And he's like, because I am one. And then he shows him that he's actually the Green Goblin.
Did that actually happen in the movie? Because I believe
what the fuck? No.
Yeah, because I mean that sounds like something so terrible that it couldn't possibly.
I wish that would happen. You best start believing in goblins, boy, because I am one.
No, but there were
God.
some things in the trailer. I remember that for that second movie that I was excited for, and then they just didn't happen in the second movie.
Because
What?
because all the mystery about like Peter's parents, and they were setting up like, ooh, there's a mastermind who's creating all the villains. Because remember, part 2 did end with like the Sinister Six tease, because it had like Dr. Octopus's tentacles and Vulture's wings and shit like that. Like, ooh,
Right,
all
had,
those
like, 10
villains are going to show
villains.
up in the third one, and then they didn't make a third movie, so we didn't get any resolution to all those like storylines and mysteries that they were setting up, because they had just assumed they were going to make 3 movies, and then they didn't. But who really
Isn't the whole thing with his parents just a nothing burger?
It's mystery box storytelling. They probably didn't have an actual answer to it. They're just making it up as they went along, like the Star Wars sequel trilogy. That let's not talk about that because everybody's talked about that.
Right.
We shouldn't be. Wait, why are we talking about horror movies? What the fuck happened here? We're talking about Spider-Man.
So Milo and Otis.
Yeah, Milo and Otis. Now that's a horror movie. That's like people watch Cannibal Holocaust and they see the part with the turtle and like, oh no, that's so gruesome. I'm gonna watch something sweet and wholesome like Milo and Otis. Okay.
Did you see that there's talks of doing a Faces of Death remake?
They've been talking about that for years. The problem is that they can't make it authentically. I mean, even the original Faces of Death was like 30% actual death footage, 70% bullshit footage, but at least it had that 30% in it. Like a modern day Faces of Death would be 0% death footage.
Just show some of those crazy like Chinese and Russian traffic cams where people just get destroyed.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing too, is that I think YouTube has rendered, Faces of Death completely obsolete. Like, who needs a snuff film when they can just go on YouTube and watch videos from China where people get eaten alive by escalators? It's
Why, the American people need snuff films, Mark.
Dave Bautista, has he been in any other movies besides the Guardians of the Galaxy movies? Is he?
No, he's in this one.
He's in a couple.
Army of the Dead, isn't he?
Oh, he's the main guy. No, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Oh,
Wait,
he was in
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah. Oh my God. He was in a James Bond movie. He was like one of the henchmen, wasn't he? He was like Spectre. He was like, he fights Bond on a train and gets like thrown off the train, if I recall.
I don't know if I've ever seen a whole Bond movie.
I see every Bond movie once and then never again for as long as I live. I don't know what it is about that.
Yeah, I've seen none of them. I've seen North by Northwest, and I think that's basically a James Bond movie, isn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't have a guy with metal teeth that bites things.
Huh.
And where's the volcano headquarters with Piranha Tank trapdoor? Is that in North by Northwest? I think not.
And there's probably no little man with a killer hat.
A killer hat? What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? It's a hat
Odd Job from Goldfinger. Come on, Nasser, get it together.
No, what's a killer hat?
It's a hat that kills people. This
But
is
how's
the
it
weirdest
kill people?
conversation I've had.
No, how's it kill people? Like, it's got teeth, it's alive, or there's just a gun
That would be
hiding in it?
kick ass if that's the way it was. The killer hat that just like, ooh, I'm an opposite world where hats eat people.
You
No,
look
it's a killer
delectable.
Okay, I'm writing this idea down. Killer
Oh,
hat.
Jesus.
You're like Stephen King from that Family Guy sketch. Like, it's about a hat that kills people. Ooh. No.
Don't wear the hat.
In Goldfinger, Odd Job has a steel-rimmed hat that he can throw like a frisbee that cuts people's heads off.
Like Kung Lao in Mortal Kombat.
Or
That's
Kung
really
Lao,
weird.
yeah, Mortal Kombat. They're both Chinese, so it works. Why are Chinese people always throwing their hats at people? What's wrong with them?
Hey, that's racist.
They must have a pretty good hat budget, is what I'm assuming.
So, I watched Blood Simple, which is a Coen Brothers movie. I don't think you guys have seen it, though.
No, I've watched Blood Simple. It's a Coen Brothers movie. You wouldn't have seen it.
No! I just
Two directors are better than one, after all.
No, that's the only other movie I watched this past week.
Wait, hold on, Mark. Have you seen it?
Blood Simple? No, I don't know if I've
Okay.
ever seen a single
But
Coen
Nasser was
Brothers
right.
movie.
We both have not
You
seen this
guys got to
movie.
watch Bart and Fink.
Bart and Fink.
Yes.
It's two guys just playing pranks.
No, Bart and Fink.
I'm hearing
Oh, you
two
got-
guys.
No, there's
Oh,
one guy.
you're doing a bit here. That's great. This is some vaudeville shit. I love it.
Right. This is our who's on first. No, who's on first? What is on second? I don't know is on third.
And Bart's on Fink. Yeah.
But yeah, you
No,
guys
so
should
is
watch
Blood
Martin
Simple a
Fink.
horror movie, a thriller?
No,
What is
it's a neo noir.
Oh, it's not just a regular noir; it's a neo
Well,
noir. This is getting pretentious by the second.
No, it
I
can't
hate
be a
this
noir
movie.
because it wasn't made in the 40s or 50s, and it's not in black and white. It's
It's
what you
refer
80s
to as
movie.
it's what you refer to as a Neon Genesis Evangelion, right?
It's a prestige film.
It has laurels on the box.
All
Oh my!
If it came out today, it would be an A24 film.
Oh,
Except it's not slow.
well, then it wouldn't be an A24 film.
No, but it would be beautiful cinema.
What else have the Coen brothers done? Did they do Fargo? Was that them?
Yeah, they did
Yeah, that's
Fargo.
them.
I
haven't
gotta
seen
get
that
around
one
to
yet.
seeing Fargo. Isn't that like their
Good.
most famous one that everybody loves?
I think
I
so.
think they did No Country for Old Men, right?
I think so. Yeah,
That's a good one.
Oh,
I haven't seen that
They're
one.
both good.
that's grandpa cinema. I don't want to watch grandpa cinema.
Cameron Scott says, "Mark, are you ever going to write another horror novel?"
Yeah, I'm working on one right now. It's gonna come out. Let's see. I gotta wait for one of the short stories I wrote and got published in Kursova. They have so when I publish one of my short stories in a magazine, that they usually have a 1-year exclusivity contract on it. So I gotta wait until winter of next year before the rights revert back to me. And I'm using the short story as a basis of a chapter in the novel, so it'll be out winter next year.
Is this a sequel to your previous novel?
It's a companion novel. Thank you very much. But you can read it either on its own or as a companion with They'll Get You, my previous novel. But
I gotta stop being
that's
an
what
awful friend and finish it because I read a good chunk of
terrible
it.
at
No, I read a good chunk of it, but I need to finally finish it.
You're like a Hollywood executive. Like, hey, I picked up your book. I love the cover.
What was that David Lynch impression?
Yeah, it was David Lynch. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Now, if I'm correct, this book's about a killer hat. Is that right?
It is. I'm going to get that out to market before Nasser can and
No!
beat it with a punch.
Just flood the market with killer hat books.
Oh no. No, and it's just that book is so long, man. It just gives me anxiety.
It's not actually long. It's that fucking Amazon, when I was formatting it, I used their recommended margins and gutter settings, which ended up like increasing the page count by like 200 pages because the gutters ended up being so like wide. It pushed like there's less text on each page. So like if you look at the Kindle version, the Kindle page count is like 300, but the paperback page count is like 534. It's all because of Amazon and their bullshit margin settings.
It just gives me so much anxiety because I'm like, I like shorter books. I like them to be under 200 pages.
Well, so I wrote that book with every chapter being like a short story. So each chapter has a beginning, middle, and end. So just think of it as a short story.
I didn't even notice that. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, I'm so good. You don't even notice how good I really am. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, man. There's some things in that book that gave me too much anxiety, Mark. Like you freaked me out with some stuff, man. Because there's things like the boy will see, and then either later that day or the next day or even the next week, it's like that thing's the opposite, and I'm like, no, it was just there. I know it was there. Please, I know it was real. You're like you freaked me out with some stuff. Like you're like, yeah, he was walking down the hallway in his house, and then there were a pair of legs going around the corner. I'm like, a pair of legs, and then he investigates. He's like, oh, nothing to see here. I'm like, what do you mean there's nothing to see here?
The old switcheroo.
The old legs and no legs bit.
Yeah, oldest trick in the book. Hitchcock taught me that one.
That's how I picture the ending. As a detective was like, this looks like they got you with the old legs and no legs bit.
It's like the ending of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's like, the old disappearing, reappearing ink. The will was with us the entire time. If we'd only known about it 2 hours ago, there'd have been no movie. Oh well. There's an episode of The Simpsons from like 5 years ago, which is notable because it's like the only episode of The Simpsons from the past 20 years that's any good. But it's so basically what happens is Lisa and Homer and a bunch of like the extended Springfield cast, they get together to write a novel under a pen name and get it published. But when it gets published, they find out that the editor changed everything in the book, so they have to do like a Ocean's 11 heist to replace the PDF file of the edited book with the original text before it goes to print. And they're like controller, you know, the person on like the microphone telling them what to do and how to navigate the facility is Neil Gaiman as like a cameo. And then at the end of the episode, they succeed in their heist. They replace the PDF file and they get the original text out there. But when the book goes to print, the text is exactly the same, except it's, instead of the pen name, it says by Neil Gaiman. And so he gets all the credit for the book. And then they're like, what the fuck? And then at the end, Neil Gaiman's like on a beach, like, you know, drinking from a coconut with a straw. And he's like, he's propped up on a beach chair. And he's like, he's like, oi, and the funniest part is, I can't even read. I don't know why he was Australian. I couldn't do a British accent, so I'm on the fly, so I just had to go with it.
I don't know why that's so
Boy,
funny.
have you read Sandman, mate? It's Bonzer.
Oh man, I've been watching. I watched a few Simpsons clips on YouTube. I think I'm finally just going to start the show.
Jesus, man! If you haven't watched Golden Age Simpsons from the '90s, like holy shit, you're
Yeah,
sitting
you've
on like
never
a fucking
seen
treasure
Simpsons?
chest.
No, I've only seen a couple. I've seen like a handful of episodes.
That's so weird.
Dear Lord, man, you're sitting on a treasure chest of like the greatest TV you've never seen or ever will see again for the rest of your life. You
No,
should
I've already seen
get on
Seinfeld.
that. Oh, fuck Seinfeld.
Is
By
there
the
any
way,
David
Hot
Lynch?
Dog, you owe me $100 because when you sent me that link to Shout Factory for the pre-order of the Transformers the movie 4K, I was like, oh, I can't just pre-order one thing. I have to justify free shipping, so I better order 10 things. So,
Oh no!
yeah, so I went to the Screen Factory section. I did that sort by cheapest to most expensive, and I'll just load up on a bunch of their $15 Blu-rays, and I did, and I wound up spending $130.
Did you get anything good though?
I got mostly upgrades, but I got a couple things I never owned before. I got like Psycho 3, and their $15 Blu-rays aren't like their best movies. So like I got the Amicus Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror like 2-pack, and I got what else did I get? Let me hold on. I can tell you right now because they even shipped one already. Like
Really?
super fast. Yeah, I know. They shipped it the same day. They normally never do that. They only ship 2 of them, so they're doing it piecemeal. Oh, that's the one that I have. So I got Saturday the 14th, which I haven't seen in so long. I don't remember a single thing about it other than I liked it when I was a kid. And I got the Poughkeepsie tapes, which I've never seen, and it's
okay.
yeah, that one's like a found footage horror flick. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Even though
I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I got those movies from Amazon. You guys recommended me Ghost Galleon and White of the Eyes, or White of the Eye.
You got your cheap bullshit too. All right, we're living large.
Right, and I got Chinatown. Didn't you tell me there's like an awful like Chinatown sequel or something? I gotta.
Yeah, there is, and it's one that's like been memory hold because it's considered like an abomination of cinema.
Everyone remembers Chinatown 2, the China-ing, dude. Everybody talks about it.
Chinatown 2, China harder.
Have a good night, everybody.
Imagine